up, youth? It's your boy Aaron, here to get you off drugs and onto painting. I don't like this character I'm doing, but our hydro's out, our water's out because they're installing fire hydrants. So the hat is to hide my greasy yoga hair. But what's going on, people? This is yet another exciting Protan Paints video, a trilogy in the making. This week's episode, as you can see, we are painting the third installment of the Cone Man Chronicles, which, if you've paid close attention to the intro that plays at the start of every one of these videos, or if you have seen on my Instagram when I post some updates of what I've been painting on my art wall, I've got two previous Cone Man paintings. I'll just, bam, one's there, bam, one's there, and this is the third that you're seeing. As I usually say, this is my favorite painting I've done so far. This is not one of my favorite paintings. This is, it ended up looking kind of like a knockoff Cone Man. And Cone Man is probably some of my favorite pieces I've done so far. So let's talk about the history of Cone Man. This first Cone Man you have right here, I wish I could see it with you guys. But the first Cone Man, he's running away from the sun. This was actually the first painting that I did that was like just straight from my mind. This was November 6th, I believe. You can see right on the inscription on there. It was the first time I finally stepped away from painting characters and like looking at my screen and trying to replicate something, and just like I'm going full-fledged. I had this idea in my head of an ice cream man like running away from the sun, and he's melting as he's running, and it's my favorite of the series. I guess that's usually how trilogies go. The first one's the best one, and they kind of go downhill. But I super enjoyed how this one came out. It's like, it was very simple. I just focused on the cone and the sun, and then a very minimal background, which as you see in my like paintings as they go on and on, the backgrounds have gotten more intense and like expansive, and the main focus of the painting has gotten less detailed, which I actually don't like. I need to stop doing that, and that's kind of one of the errors I've found in this painting you see here, which I'll get to talking about this one soon, but let's keep talking Cone Man history. So that first one, I really like it. I think that the colors came out super clean. It came out really well how I liked it. It's just it was a really strong painting of mine, and soon after that I painted the second Cone Man. I don't know if it's going to be my hand or if it's going to be hovering around me. I don't know what I'm going to do with it yet. But I had this idea of it's a revenge story. So in the first one, the sun's chasing Cone Man, and he's melting, he's freaking out, he's worried. And then I was like, what if I had then Cone Man gets his exacts his own revenge. So he shoots ice cream out of his butt into the sun's eye. And again, it came out like, the Cone Man himself came out really well. I love the facial expression I got on Cone Man, and like you can understand what's going on to it. It's clear that the ice cream's coming out of his bumhole right into the sun's eye. The sun's crying, he's got ice cream in his eye. I drew like a little cityscape because he had to get up on a building so he could reach the sun with his butt cannon. There's a little Easter egg. There's a little Korean sign. I had a little script for this I gotta pull up, sorry. There's a little Korean sign, a billboard it says revenge in Korean, if anybody noticed that. I just wanted something to like stick up there. So those two, I did them like 3 days apart, November 6th and November 9th of last year. And then I took a long break. I had an idea for a third Cone Man video that my friend Sana had given me the idea for. However, it involves like a shadow, and I haven't figured out how to paint a shadow like without disrupting like everything that's within the shadow. Like, I want like a big gray, like Cone Man's in a shadow, but I don't know how to like it just be gray the way I use my paint. So if anyone has any tips of how I can like make Cone Man in a shadow and everything else like bright around it, using acrylic paints, that would be very helpful. If you could post that in the description down below, and then we could get a fourth Cone Man out of this. I think Harold Hot Dog has to come up with some new ideas too, and expand that before I finish up this last section of my art wall. So that's kind of the background history of Cone Man, and I was really struggling for ideas. 1 second. Oh, enjoy the painting. I was really struggling for ideas of what to paint. I had no idea. I painted this on Tuesday, and this is going up on Wednesday, so it was very, very short turnaround. I've run out of my backlog. But my sister got me this book for Christmas that I've been kind of working through it. I've got a scratch ticket as my bookmark, but I was like, I'll just look through this book and kind of see what inspires me. And I got to this page right here, draw an iceberg, and immediately as soon as I saw it, I'm like, Cone Man's on the iceberg, he's chilling. I kind of like saw the whole painting in my head. Cone Man's chilling on an iceberg. As you can see here, the sun's like creeping behind a mountain, like getting ready. It's kind of like the calm before the storm, or whatever the next painting's gonna be. So that's what I went for. As soon as I saw it, I was like, that's what I'm going to do. So I did a quick sketch on Monday. Very, very basic, just to get the idea of it. And like, I see it's pretty close to what you can see there. I just threw that together. Cone Man looks very deflated, and it is not the same effect, which I think translates. But now that you know the whole background, where this idea came from, let's look at the painting that has come up. And right here, I was actually eating some lo mein, and I wanted to show you. You will do something new at work. That's what my fortune said. So I kind of wanted to throw that up to the camera, which I have applied to new jobs. So maybe I'm getting a new job. Maybe not. But yeah, now I can finally talk about this painting. First things first, the Cone Man himself. It doesn't look as good as the past two. It looks like a knockoff Cone Man. The eyebrows, what was I doing there? Very thick caterpillar eyebrows. Like his facial expressions were, I think, what made the second one especially. And the first one, like the face of the sun, is like, I think, really brought that out. Cone Man's face was kind of like simple, but like still reflected the emotion I wanted. And this one I wanted to be like calm and relaxed. I have been working on my faces, which I'm just so prepared for this video this time. I have been working on my faces, so I wanted to pick some of these. So I picked that one. That's what I was going for. And as you can see, I think just like how squished I made the ice cream, it made it very difficult. And then for the sun, I went for that. I think that's the one I was going for. I think so. Yeah. But obviously, one of his eyes has been taken out by the ice cream, so he's got a big old bandage on his eye. I love how the icebergs turned out. I have this blue ice pearl paint that I don't really get to use very often, so I was like, that's perfect for the icebergs. And then this, whatever the pale blue or island blue I painted for the bottom of the iceberg. Love how it came out. I think the icebergs look super cool. They look like icebergs. I didn't go and put like a black outline around all of them and ruin it. And then this background on the mountain here, I want it to be like a forest, and then like the top rocks of the mountain, like a snow layer. And I don't know how it turned out because all the green just has turned into like a mushy blob for me. So I don't know, can you guys tell that there's like still trees separated and like some grass, and then I want to add like some other detail, or is it just like a mushy mess? Because at this point I can't tell. I don't know what I did. Yeah, I really tried. Sorry, I was on such a roll, and then I got caught up watching my own painting. But even the sun himself, like the first sun, I was really into painting flames at the time. Before I had painted that sun, I had painted this spaceman. I don't know where it's going. The spaceman that was welding the moon. That was another idea I had, and I really enjoyed painting the flames out of his welding gun and his jetpack. So then I was like, okay, yeah, I want to paint flames next. Kind of like how you saw the birds translate from one paint to the next in the earlier Protan Paints episodes. So I want to do flames, so I did the big sun, and I liked how the sun, like the flames coming off of it, looked really good. And this again, like the sun, I kind of like what I got going here, but like I keep saying, it looks like a knockoff Cone Man. I think part of the issue was that this is just so far separated from the other two. The first two I did them within 3 days of each other, so like it was still fresh in my mind how to do it and how to paint them. Whereas this time, like I screwed up the pattern on his cone. That little zigzag thing was supposed to be a layer below. The sun, his flames, and that they're not as pronounced. They're not standing out as much. But I do love how the iceberg turned out. The water turned out great. This video I tried to shorten down this video. I cut out like a bunch of the painting the blue water stuff, and I sped up the drawing a lot faster than I normally do. So I tried to get this down to like a concise 10-minute video, which has made this commentary a lot easier. It's not like getting through 15 minutes of talking, and I planned this out. But I think those are all the notes I had. And the painting is done, so that was like perfect timing. So that is the Cone Man Chronicles, the Cone Man trilogy. Cone Man Chronicles, Cone Man trilogy. Again, I'm gonna make a shorts video for this one. If you watch this whole thing, you don't have to watch the short, but I'm gonna try to do that for all my paintings now. I have like a backlog of 5, and I thought, why not, instead of just uploading them for all the new videos, I should go back and upload them for all of them. So there's gonna be a bunch of shorts that maybe you could show your friends if they're interested in painting videos. They don't have to sit down and watch a full 15-minute video. They can just show them the 45 to 1 minute long painting session, see what kind of art style I'm into. If you've got any tips, like I said, for how to paint people in shadows and paint things within, like I'm thinking I can just paint it all gray, but then I'm worried that's just going to lose all the detail and it's just going to be a gray rectangle over Cone Man. So if you've got any tips for that, let me know. Hopefully next week the water's back on and I can not be in my Canadian my Canadian disguise, my flannel, and my most Canadian hat. Use, if you watch this whole thing, thanks for watching. Tell your friends at school that I'm a super rad dude that does some cool painting stuff. And I'll see you guys next time. Subscribe, new videos every Wednesday. Take it easy, folks. I felt organic. Was that organic? I don't know, it felt less robotic.